here. I will bring to your knowledge that the Estimates Committee of the Parliament in 1992 actually identified that the ministry has done a meticulous job, I reiterate, and they drew upon the recommendations of various parliamentary standing committees and the Law Commission. I quote, governance and administration of issues are concerned. No foreigner should be allowed to enter into or stay in India if his or her staying in India will be identified not many gaps in the implementation of the laws pertaining to immigration and foreign nationals. They had recommended laws governing the immigration should be very stringent. Number two, I would also like to inform you that there has been at that point of time in 1992 many key reforms, and at the same time they had said that the nation and that are not giving the kind of dividend that all of us in India deserved. We were not getting the results that should have been given to us. This Law Commission 175th report, I reiterate, Law Commission 175th. Now, number three, let me come to the report of the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Home Affairs in 1998, fifth report, which has very strongly recommended the overhauling of these laws, these four laws which I talked of. Now, which categorically stated that there was a requirement of in-depth study of the status of effectiveness of all these laws that were in operation. Therefore, my dear friends, keeping in view the Supreme Court judgment of 1970, keeping in view the recommendations of the particular bill, and which has come in a very good shape. Friends, what are the major components? I'll just touch upon the Parliamentary Standing Committee and the Law Commission 175th report. And keeping in view the need of the hour, I think we wanted this for 6 points. I'll not take much of your time. Brevity is the soul of the wit. I will not go beyond a particular point. 6 points. One, it clearly states wrong. Is the Home Ministry wrong if it talks very emphatically about it? Not at all. It is the duty of the government to ensure that there is absolutely no nonsense approach. Last but not the least, the bill proposes much needed stricter penalties for violation of the laws. Now, before I conclude, that no individual shall be allowed to enter India via air, water or land without a valid transport and related travel documents. Is it wrong? Governance and administration of issues are concerned. No foreigner should be allowed to enter into or stay in India if his or her staying in India will be My dear friends, there is absolutely no financial implication of all the suggestions given by the Ministry of Home Affairs. There is a Bureau of Immigration. The threat to the national security, the decision of the immigration officer will be final and binding. Now, there is a question from my esteemed colleague Manish Tiwari. The Bureau of Immigration is being strengthened. We are trying to bring in more transparency in the administration. We are trying to ensure that they become more effective. So there is absolutely no risk. Therefore, my dear friends, keeping in view the Supreme Court judgment of 1970, keeping in view the recommendations of the Parliament, and we must remember this. A very important part of the bill is the bill places onus on individuals to prove his or her legal status in India. And of course, recurring or non-recurring expenditure charged to the Consolidated Fund of India. So this particular thing in the minds of all of us, that any bill coming would necessarily entail some kind of expenditure, is far from the truth. But not the least, the bill proposes much needed stricter penalties for violation of the laws. Now, before I conclude, the countries are United States, Hong Kong, Singapore, Australia, and the Gulf cooperation countries. When such countries have done, and they have actually showed to the people that, let me tell you, that there are countries who have actually gone ahead and have gone for very stringent laws, that they have a no-nonsense approach and things are improving. I think we also need to get into that. And I must tell you, the figure
एही भली वीडियो देखिबा पाई आम चैनल को लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब करंतु। ब्यूरो रिपोर्ट ओडिया न्यूज।